So let's welcome Joel Kurzer.
Perfect evening. Per so nice to be here. I want to thank, first of all, I want to thank my mentors, Kuya, Papa Roy to me, and my mama Rochelle. She's my mama, she's my ate. These two and your leaders, they can be your mom, dad, ate, kuya, or if you need mabatukan, they can be that person too, you know. So my name is Jewel Kurzer. I was born and raised in the Philippines, but I live in Michigan. I live in Michigan now with my family. I was also a former actress, and I was in aviation school because I wanted to be a pilot. Uh, oh yeah, yeah. So I've worked with some of the most successful and famous people right now. But 10 years ago, I left. I left to pursue something else in that season of my life. So I'm married now to Mr. Alistair Kurzer, father of my 3 beautiful girls. I live in Michigan, but Philippines will always be home, and I belong to Davao. I know in my heart I belong to Davao. So, very briefly, I want to share when I was little, I actually grew up in a farm in Bulacan. I was raised poor. We weren't rich. My father left me when I was 4 years old. So I had a lot of troubles in my childhood. I came from a very broken family, very troubled child ako. I didn't have any self-esteem. I didn't have any confidence growing up. I was suicidal at 10 years old. I wanted to commit suicide. I wanted to run away from home. I got saved at 13 years old. Yes, I got saved. I met Jesus at 13 years old, and my life was never the same again. And then I was plunged into showbiz at a very young age. I was a young teenager when I was plunged into showbiz. And, you know, it was Starstruck. Are you any of you are still familiar with Starstruck? Ah, really? Oh, okay. My batch is part of batch 4. And I was the female survivor during my time. Yeah. Yan yung mga kabash ko, sila Aljur, sila Chris Bernal, Paolo Avellino was my first love team, actually, when we were just starting, you know. But again, this is 10, 12 years ago since I left. So, since I became part of showbiz, I thought it was an answer to many of my problems in the past. Kasi growing up from a poor family, di ba? They were also the one encouraging me to join showbiz kasi malaki yung kita, ganun. And I also wanted to be a pilot nga, and it's expensive. So I joined so I could earn money. And I thought it was a solution to many of my problems and identity issues. I didn't realize how broken truly is the industry. And imbes na I would find my identity and security, from the very beginning pa lang, I was already disqualified and I was in for more mess. So I want to share a little video clip of when I was just starting, during Starstruck. I want you to notice yung mga sinabi ko dito, yung mga answers ko. Kasi I was a teenager. So, yeah. This is during the beginning pa lang, yung tawag dito, audition. Okay? You can watch.
Masyado kang maganda.
Ang wino-worry ko sa sobrang nagagandahan ako sa iyo, meron ka bang ipagmamalaking tao?
Am I beautiful? Of course. I do think so. But when I say I'm beautiful, I'm not talking about just physical appearance. Kasi kung physical appearance, ang daming mas maganda. The only thing I can say now is that I can promise you that I will do my very best to satisfy your expectations from me.
Like what talent?
Like, I know I can act, I can dance, and I can sing a bit, and I play instruments.
Good answer, Jewel. Paano?
Did you hear? Did you notice my eyebrows too? Kasi yun yung uso nun, panipis ng kilay. You see what the society dictates you, not honestly what really looks good and best for you, even physical appearance. So, during that time, born again na ako, remember? I even said this in there na maraming mas maganda. So, I knew na, back then, may background na ako about the Bible, and I knew that beauty is fleeting, charm is deceptive, it's not everything. I already knew. But being a young person, a teenage girl, plunged into showbiz, the pressure was a lot. Kasi, the standard of showbiz and what it feeds you, it makes you delusional and it makes you want to do what they want you to do. So, sinabi ko dun na I can dance, I can act, I can play instrument. They were not true. They were not true. That was just me trying to get my spot. All of them, a little bit lang. I can sing, but dance hindi talaga. Pinilit ko yung sarili ko, trying to fit in. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just trying to fit in. So pagdating ko na, I really had struggles. I really struggled. So I was earning so much money. I had instant fame, but I was not happy. And it was never my first love. Also, I was also involved with love teams. Alam niyo yung mga, iba uso yan until now, love team. And that picture there, I was bullied. Even in showbiz, they bully each other. These are things you didn't know. I'm here so I can share a little bit of what truly happens. In this picture, I look like this because I was just bullied by other actresses that didn't like me. They took my my picture was taken. So I was bullied by the ones ahead of me and looking down on me. So pinagdaanan ko siya. So I was also in a relationship. I had a very high standard when I was a young person like you. Na magkaka-boyfriend ako, kailangan Christian, my values, kailangan ang first kiss ko is on my wedding day. But they said it doesn't happen. They said it's impossible. So I fell in love, not realizing that I was not in love, but I was in stupidity. So iba naman yun. Being in love is being different from being in stupidity. So sino sa inyo yung in love or in stupidity here? Yeah. You see, I was very bright. I was very bright. Pero Pastor Roy, he was saying, di ba? It doesn't matter if you're academically magaling. You can still be stupid. So, anyway, some of the people, even in showbiz, because I've been there and I met these people. I've worked with them behind the scene and the ones that are on the screen. I'm telling you that they are not satisfied people. They are not fulfilled people. In fact, our managers would tell us that the most insecure people are these famous people, these famous personalities, na guwapo, maganda, but they are constantly insecure. They are not fulfilled. They don't know their identity. They're constantly competing. It's even hard to find a friend because you don't know who's true and who's not. So I want you to understand that it's a facade. What you see in the social media, it's a facade. And you should not invest your time on watching these people, the lives of these people. You should focus on developing yourself. You should focus on your relationship with God. And before you even think of falling in love, make sure you can hear your ears are sharp. You can hear the voice of the Lord. You know your identity. Even I was already very famous. I was successful, but I let other people treat me like a garbage because I didn't know my worth. And I was a pushover. You understand what I'm trying to say? Don't even think about getting involved with someone if you don't know who you truly are. You don't have to be, di ba sabi ni Kuya Roy kanina, dating is demonic. Is because it's temptation. Courtship basically equals just temptation. You don't need to waste your time and emotions in the wrong person, in the wrong pursuit of people and career. You need to hear from the Lord. That someone is already out there. The Lord will bring, you will cross paths. You know, after I walked away from all that is not God's will for me, I realized I cannot settle for less than God's best. You need to remember this. Don't settle for less than God's best for you. Because what God has for you is so much better than what you will ever choose for yourself. You understand? And that takes time. That takes time. When I walked away from what is not God's will, He brought me my husband. He brought me my God-given better half. And you know what? Amazingly, yung mga standard ko in the past that I didn't think existed, kasi sabi ng society, sabi din ng mga Christian churchmates, imposible mataas yung standard ko. Like, gusto ko yung first kiss ko on my wedding day. You know what? It was my hindi ko pa siya boyfriend nun. Pero sinabi niya na kung tayo, I want you to know, I don't want to have anything to do with sex. I know we're staying pure until we get married. And I want our first kiss to be on our wedding day. So kung may nilalagay si Lord, may natututunan kayong standards ngayon, it is not too high. That means that God is putting that standards, those principles, and that person exists in the future. If it's the Lord's will for you to get married, that person is being prepared. So instead of wasting time being too excited to be with someone, cultivate yourself. Prepare yourself. Don't worry about the other person. You can pray for that person. You have to learn how to be happy while single. You know, alone. Na-experience ko yun for a period of time. I was alone but not lonely. In fact, I didn't want to get married anymore. I didn't want to get married. But my husband and I came across when we were ready, when we were focused on serving the Lord. Since this is Valentine's Day, I want to read something that I wrote because my Bible verses are included here that hopefully you will grasp something from this. It's a little short summary of my love story about my marriage. My marriage was planned long before my first kiss with him. It was planned long before our eyes met for the very first time. It was planned before we were born. It was all planned by the creator of romance himself. Love comes from God. 1 John 4:7. And the Bible says we were under God's care even before we were born. Isaiah 44:2. He has scheduled each day of our life before we began to breathe. Every day was recorded in his book. Psalm 139:16. He has made everything beautiful for its own time. Ecclesiastes 3:11. And that includes the day we will find our God-given other half. Do not focus on finding or having a love life. Be the right one. Be patient and be prepared. Choose to be alone but not lonely. It's a choice. Make that choice and focus on Jesus. I don't know how it will look like for you, but God has a love story with your name on it. Thank you for listening. God bless you. God bless you.